Hello and welcome to the How Do You podcast with your host, Griffin Stein. This is the podcast, my last episode though, about becoming a new person and learning and leaning into it, when you can. This is, like I said, my last episode 60. I am in a hotel room, as you can see, because I am in Japan. I'm doing my final episode from Japan, Kyoto to be precise. So again, the podcast is ending, but what I'm going to do is do something like this, where I do like a travel blog or a travel episode where the lessons that I learned in the places that I'm going, because now I'm finna just start going places and getting books done and doing stuff like that. So that's what I'm here for, is to take pictures for the next Frozen in Vogue book. So that's what the aim of this is. I'm trying to get the lighting right. I can't really see the camera, but I had to get it done. I'm packing right now. I gotta go pack, so it's all of that. Anyway, 5 years ago, I started the podcast. It was really audio, but because I just wanted to do it, and I just kept doing it and trying to do it and make it happen, and it just worked out to where that was my 5-year plan, was to do it and see where it led me. Foolishly, I said, probably in the first episode, I was like, I figure if you just work hard for 5 years, somebody will see you, and you'll put out an album every year for 5 years, you'll be famous. And that ain't true. There's other stuff you have to do. Naivete on my part, and actually it's a different climate than it used to be. Also, it used to be that somebody saw somebody doing something and then they lifted them up, or said, "Man, you need to listen to this." They don't. It's very rare. It's us. It's a few of us that do it. When I say us, it ain't everybody. I'm talking about me and 7 other niggas is what I'm saying. That's a different climate, and it's just it's the sign of the times. But my aim is to bring it back to a time where we can all be, there's enough for everybody, and we all don't need that much. And that's what I think. That was the lesson I learned from that, and I was trying to give a lesson for everything that I said in those early episodes. But that is one of the things I said, was that, and the revelation of that is, I don't want to be famous. I do not want to be famous. I do not want to be famous. I don't even know another way to say it. I just don't want to be famous. So that's gone. That whole thing is gone right now, because I do not want to be famous. Again, still the same thing though. 10,000 fans. That's all I wanted, was 10,000 people, fans. 10,000 like-minded people who enjoy music, arts, and stuff, to pick up merchandise and stuff by me and my crew, or whoever that ended up being. My art crew, if I have my art crew. That's it. I can leave my life of drudgery and do what I'm going to do, what I want to do every day. I think everybody should do that. Another thing is, I foolishly thought that, but I'm saying foolishly only because now that I have a different mind state of it, I foolishly thought when I started the podcast that when I started the podcast, people would see the people that I interviewed, people will start seeing them as community members. Brothers and sisters or uncles and nieces and nephews, everything, so that we could get closer to, a community that can rely on each other, which is OCAR, our community as a resource. Anything goes wrong in our community, I should be able to help whoever and get something straightened away. And when I say foolishly, I only mean foolishly because it takes more than me wishing. It takes more than me wishing for it to happen. That's the thing. Is it takes more than me wishing. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of understanding from everybody, really. Just to put it, mildly. I have to be able to take a loss, and you have to see these losses as building blocks. So somebody doing something and getting recognized for it isn't a loss for you. It's a win for them. And that win for them can be a win, equal a win for you, if you are a good friend. If you're a sucker, you're gonna continue to get you're gonna continue to reap what you sow, which is nothing. That's what suckers sow, is nothing. So that's what they reap, nothing. And when I say suckers, I don't mean what you think I mean. I mean people that suck you and take away all your dreams and ambitions. So that's what I mean. And so I am in Japan, so that's why I'm talking low, because I went on the thing and I read it and tried to see what to do and what not to do so the locals won't shoot you in the face. Actually, they don't have guns out here. They just make up. There's no guns out here, but plenty of knives, but no guns. But yeah, one of the things I read is they wish that Americans would not talk as loud. And I didn't notice how loud Americans are until I was quiet around Americans. And damn, it's chaos. With kids and stuff, it's just chaos. Maryland, did you get your, it's just, I don't even know if it has to be that way. Yeah, so I'm trying to be over here as I'm not an American. I'm an American, but I'm not an American. I don't have the ideals and the pride, the foolish pride that most of them have. I don't have that. I just don't have it. I don't have it. I know America is wrong, but yeah, I don't have it. So I'm not a typical. In fact, if you want to know the truth, I'm not American. I'm an African American. They made a discernment. Is it a discernment? They made a distinction. I'm sorry, they made a distinction. So I'm not an American. I'm an African American. Just like other stuff. I'm not gonna go into it, but yeah. Anyway, back to the thing. So that was number 2. So the number 2 was unite the community, which that's still part of my thing. I'm still working on that. Maybe not with the people that I was working on with it, but OCAR is a mind state. So we all still going to be working together on it regardless, because that's what we're doing. We're trying to get that family love going again. It's going to happen too. It's going to happen. It's just people have to understand that when I say stuff, I mean it for real. And the problem with that is most people ain't for real. So when I show them that I am real, I already seen that they probably is fake. And it ain't their fault. It's fake it till you make it. It was a whole generation. Once that phrase came out, this nigga's been faking it ever since. You used to tell when somebody was faking, but everybody is so fake now, you just don't even know it's real. So what you do? You gotta pull back. You have to pull it back. And the only reason I'm saying this is because, again, here in Japan, the food is cheap out here. And I see what's going on the TV. I see how it's aimed so that people will buy So that's why the prepared food, is cheap. And but they take pride in their foods. So when every place that I've been in, they want to know if it tastes good to you. They ain't worried about the money. In fact, they don't even take the money until after you finish. They want to know. The cooks want to know if it's good. So it's a sense of pride about what you're doing. From the month, because it's a Kentucky Fried Chicken over here, you wouldn't believe what they do with it. But there's a Burger King. There's everything over here. I saw a pound of. They just had 6 patties on bread. They call it the pound burger. Anyway, but they take pride in that, and that's what I think OCAR. I think that's what OCAR, our community, is missing. We need to be able to have pride in something that's tangible, that you can be proud of. And when I named those fast food places, those people were still wiping down the windows. They were sweeping the leaves every hour. It was pristine the whole time. It's just having pride in everything you do. Should get you to heaven automatically, regardless. Even if you were a punk ass policeman at a jail, if you did right by everybody, or even if you did wrong by everybody, and you still have pride, just be prideful. Cause to be able to, to be able to look back and say, I did that my way. That's good. That's clean. I can see that. It's just a. I think it's like a win. It's like a win every day if you can shape your mind. That's philosophy. So I ain't gonna get into that too deep. But we will go back to the whatchamacall. Another thing that happened was, over the 5 years, when I first started, if you can look back and see, I might flash a picture up here. I was 360 pounds. I was 360 pounds. So as of December of last year, I'm 180. So I lost 180 plus 180 is 360. I lost half of my body weight. And I'll tell you what I did. I fasted. I ate only 8 hours a day. That's all I did. And I walked a lot. You could eat anything in that 8 hours. I was eating candy at first until it tore my stomach up and I found out it had gelatin in it, which is pork bones. So I decided to stop eating it. It was delicious. It's still delicious. I just sour gummy candy. I can't wait. I bought a dehydrator too. Well, I was about to say the mango was what I was going to try to make gummy, but I think I found something. I think something else will work better. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that's an accomplishment. The fact that I lost it, because it took me longer than that to gain all that shit. It took me a long time to gain all of that shit. I just didn't realize how big I was until I wasn't. And you don't want to see this shit. It looked like pulled pork. Somebody sewed together pulled pork. So it's ridiculous under here, but whatever. I lost the weight. I feel better. I don't feel. Everybody say you should feel better. I feel better. When they say I should feel good, I feel better, but I don't feel good. I'm not in shape. I can't run a mile without falling over. I don't think. I mean, one of the Trotsky miles. I'm talking about a fucking like a turkey trot, like we had to run in the goddamn Portland. I'm talking about sprinting. I can't sprint a mile. Everybody should be able to sprint at least a mile. Everybody trying to get guns and shit. Nigga, just learn how to sprint a mile. Who can chase you a mile? Even these niggas on the fucking whatchamacall can't sprint a mile. None of these athletes can sprint a mile. Shit. I may be talking shit, maybe. No, I know a nigga that sprinted a mile. I know we were sprinting miles. When I did football, we sprinted miles. Yeah, 4 times around the track. Yep, 4 times around the track. You had to. And walk it off. So, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So, again, I'm celebrating, but that's still work. I gotta get them in now. I gotta get the whatchamacallit. So that's another thing that changed. My perspective changed also from 5 years ago. I'm just I don't have my biggest thing from doing all, because all this was therapy. All of these episodes was therapy. But my biggest breakthrough was because I'm a server. I give. I make things happen. I'm a creator. I'm a builder, and I always try to do for others. And the biggest breakthrough that I had was learning that my love doesn't have to equal an action. No matter how much they tell you it does not. It doesn't. If somebody say, if you love me, you would do it, nigga, drop them. If you feel like you gotta do something for somebody because you love them, that's not, you think it's unconditional love, you think it's loyalty, nope. You can still love people. You can love people unconditionally, but your unconditional love doesn't have to have actions. You don't have, just unconditional mean you dig them out of every hole that they get in. You sit at the top and say, hey, you can do it. That's unconditional. Clapping for them is good. See, but most people will make you feel bad for that because that's not what they want. Hey, if you love me, you would do it for me. That's not love. What is that? You know what that is. So, yeah, that was one of my biggest. It took a huge weight off my back too. I must admit it did, because I just thought I had a life. It sounds bad, but I thought I had a life of slavery for all these people that I loved. Truthfully, I thought I was gonna have a life of slavery for all of these people. I'm like, even though they doing stuff to themselves that I feel like I'm gonna have to fix later on. So I'm like, but I don't. If you smoke yourself to death, or if you whatever, if you eat yourself to death, or if you do like, if you need some help, let me know. I'll tell you what I'm willing to do, but I ain't gonna sit here and watch you do it. Peace. That's the thing. I can love you from Japan. I can love you from Kenya. I can love you from Skagway, Alaska. I don't have to be right here. You call me when you need me, if you want to talk. We can talk all day. That's what I'm good for. I'll talk to you. I'll talk you through it. I ain't gonna help you move. I ain't finna help you go shoot up nobody's house. I ain't finna help you go bust nobody's windows out. Nigga, you stupid. Grow up. That was a good one. But I would talk about accomplishments, but it's so many. It's so many, because the accomplishment, and this is the funny part of it. I have a lot of accomplishments, personal, for myself, but I'm still virtually, nobody to everybody. Which, like I said, it's okay. I just have to, the win, it's the same thing with the love thing. The win has to be equated different. The win isn't the most likes now. The win is finishing that album that you never put out. That's the win. The win is taking the extra lap around when ain't nobody looking. That's the win. Because you pushing you. You pushing you. Vanity will kill you. You put so many jackets on, or you put so many hats on, or weights from other people, it'll kill you. The sooner you stop caring what you look like to people, start caring what you look like to yourself. that's the day you're gonna have a good day. And it's gonna sting too. It's gonna sting. It's just it has to happen. And I'm gonna tell you also, because I flew over here, Kyoto. I flew over here and I watched The Matrix for the first time in about a long time. Damn, that is a movie, boy. I didn't catch it at first. I just liked the cinematography and the shooting. In fact, now that I see the shooting, I wasn't even really paying attention to all that, But yes, and I was talking to Z about it, and he was, he told me that I knew the lady was black. I knew she didn't get paid, but he said she did get paid for it. But she also wrote Terminator, and basically, the little John boy is Neo. I guess is how they say it works. And I guess after that war, they put him in as a battery also. And so he was in there. So that was him. But see, the funny thing is, in the movie, he said, "Why do my eyes hurt?" He said, "Because you never used them before." So I guess they was trying to make it into two different things. But when you watch those movies together, I think you have to watch. I don't know. I think you would have to watch Terminator first. I haven't watched Terminator in a very long time, so I might have to go watch that also. In fact, I will go watch it. Hopefully she's getting paid for that. Anyway, my point of bringing that up was there's a lot of that stuff is right on point with how I feel now. It has to be a better way than this. And that's why I'm doing all this stuff. That's why I'm here now. Is because it's like, why not? I went on my birthday, so I turned 51 on the 11th. So I said, why am I not doing stuff? I don't have that. Tops. If I drink celery water and only, and get out of the city and stop walking in the streets, I might live to 100. But that's still only 49 years. I know only it sounds, but when are you going to do it? So you got to go start doing stuff, man. And this ticket over here to Japan was only $1,400. I stayed here for 7 days for $1,400. The food is cheap. I've got $400 in yen, and it's still here. Like I said, this is the last episode of the 60 episodes. This is the 60th, so that's it for that. I might rename it or something, or just do one every 3 months. Like I said, I'm going to, but in the middle, I'm supposed to be going to Hawaii, and I don't know. I'm thinking about Alaska. I want to see the whales, and then Kenya. Every 3 months, I'm gonna try to go somewhere. I want to fill my book up. The visa book is done in 2026. I just want to fill it up. But yeah, that's about it. I really would like to give a shout to everybody that watched. I know it's people that watch it and listen to it, and I appreciate it. I know it's weird sometimes, the effects I put on it, and that's what I'm saying. I fight against being normal, because you become normal. It's an act. I'm being normal for me, and you just got to do what you got to do. That's all I can say. Is that's what a lot of that feels. A lot of it feel like jazz hands and tap dancing around so that you can please the masses so that they can give you something. I don't want what they can give me. I'm the one that's sharing. Shit, I'm sharing music, I'm sharing my thoughts and my dreams, my feelings, but that's not the world we live in. But this shows me in Japan it's different in different places. I'm an African American. I don't think I'm an American. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I've seen black people over here. I've seen 7 black people over here. 2 of them spoke. 3, sorry, 1 today. We didn't speak, we just nodded. But one was a lady. We was in a sea of of Japanese people, and then we looked at each other and we nodded and just kept going. The other one was another guy, young dude. We was in this show and they was holding us like we was to take pictures with the geisha lady, and I was like, I can't take a picture. I don't want to take a picture. He's like, I don't want to take it. He said, we got to. I was like, I don't know. So we just didn't know it was. You don't want to be. That's what he was saying. He said he didn't want to be a typical American by. No, I don't want to do. It wasn't. So I told him. I said I don't have a problem with it. He said I said I'm full of respect. It's just desire to take a picture. I don't have any of that. And so I just asked, say, hey, do we have to take this picture? And he's like, oh no. And then the dude opened up and then we got it. We started walking and talking, and I didn't get his name. I didn't do nothing. It was just a comfortable person that looked like me, But the others no. As soon as they saw me, they looked down. As soon as they saw me, those were Americans. Those black people were Americans. They saw black and like, I just can't deal with you. I guess they thought I was gonna be like, hey, cousin. So, but I'm not lying. I wish it was different, but I don't know what I would have liked to happen because I was kind of on my way also. So it wasn't like I wanted to stop. Every time I did see people, we was moving in different directions. So, and this place it's a quick. I'm gonna tell you this. I thought I was coming to Kyoto because it was small. There's 2.5 million people in this city. I was like, man, I got here and it was like it's bigger than Richmond. I wanted something the same size as Richmond, maybe smaller. But somebody told me, he's like, yeah, you get something smaller than what you want. They're not gonna speak any English, and they might not talk to you at all. They might not mess with you at all, So there's prejudice here. I didn't, when I was walking, I see that there are not a lot of black people, and the few black, like I said, the few black people that I did see, you could tell they're not Americans. Well, the two I saw 4 that were 2 girls and 2 dudes. And then I had the other dude, and the dude I saw today that nodded, I think he was African. So that's the 8. But anyway, I do tell you I didn't feel disrespected at all. Maybe by one dude, but it's just because of the bikes. I think the bike people are just crazy. They're just disrespectful. But yeah, other than that, nope. Everybody was forthcoming. Even one girl tried to speak English, and she didn't speak English good, and I don't speak Japanese at all. I know Ohayo gozaimasu, and that's good morning, something. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I kept saying arigato when I'm supposed to be saying konnichiwa, and konnichiwa when I was supposed to be saying arigato gozaimasu. So that's thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu. I'm gonna put it up like a whatchamacallit lesson. And that's another thing. There's a lot of people here that speak 2 or 3 languages. They may not even speak English, but they speak other languages. I met a Filipino lady who spoke Tagalog, and she was over here in Japan speaking that, and she spoke English. I did they call it, it's the archery out here. I think it's Kyudo. Kyudo is the archery. It's the big long bow. It's a ceremony and everything, and you do it. I did that. I didn't take pictures. I took pictures of what I wanted to take pictures. Personal stuff I didn't take pictures of. I'm not a picture person like that. I don't show, hey, here's me. I take pictures of locations. I'm a photographer. I don't take pictures of myself. I don't do selfies. I remember it. He told me I was good, and I was like, shit, I'm not. And only because I got it on the paper. So anyway, it's a good trip. I ain't packed yet. I got to pack after this. In fact, I'm gonna close this down so I can. 7 o'clock over here, and Japan is, I think, 17 hours ahead of America. So funny thing is, it's Friday tomorrow. I'm gonna get up and check out at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. on Friday. Get on a plane and then fly to America. And my plane arrives at 9:55 at a.m. on Friday. That's like I'm time traveling because we so far ahead. So yeah, so it's crazy. Yep. So I'll say it again, but I'll get up here in Japan at 10 a.m. to get on the bus and the train to get to the airport. When I get on that plane and arrive in America, it will be 9:55 a.m. on Friday. So you keep a day when you go, but you lose a day because when I came, I lost a day. So, but anyway, this ain't the last you'll hear from me. Check out itsthedark.com, and again, I don't know if I finished saying what I was saying, but I appreciate everybody for listening. And I know it's weird at times, but shit, everything I'm saying, I'm trying to tell you the truth. If I wanted to lie to you, yeah, this wouldn't be it. And I'm here, I'm living proof of it. Everything I told you, I did. Even some things I did tell you that I didn't. That I did do, but I didn't tell you is what I meant to say. But if it was toward healing, it's for that. But I appreciate it. 60 episodes, 5 years. Go back and watch them. Hit me with questions or hit me with anything, really. It's all good. info@itsthedark.com or podcast at itsthedark.com. I'll get it either way. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate everything. I'll do yell. Peace. Thanks.